charismatic listeners, and welcome to the Flow of an Aquarius podcast, presented by Badstew Productions, and with your host, Panther Forte.
Welcome to episode 10. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. Y'all see me? This is officially the first video episode. Episode 10, numero 10. That's 10 in French, because y'all know what I've been doing, trying to put y'all on to some knowledge and some education in another language, trying to teach y'all, become bilingual. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna stop. I don't know. I don't think I'll actually learn from it. I think I'm just wasting my time. We'll find out. Maybe. Excuse me for looking off. I'm actually in the process of gathering what this episode is about, because this is a re-recorded episode. I recorded it last week, but my sinuses were sinusing, and it was not. This audio was not audioing. It was horrible. It sounded like a meat grinder, and I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna just keep going. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing this weekend? This chilly nationwide is not on your side weekend. I'm okay. If y'all asking me, y'all good? I hope y'all good. Y'all got some snacks. Y'all got some fruit. Y'all ate today. Y'all hydrated this weekend today. All of that stuff. I'm all right myself. Just dealing with some things family wise, but it's not gonna show on this episode. And I may have to take a trip back home to Louisiana next weekend or next week. We'll see. Today's episode is not sponsored by water. Got to drink a lot of it. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Make sure you hydrate. Today I have, since it's a video episode, we are going to be partaking in the sippage. Y'all see the Panther glass? Yeah. The Flow of an Aquarius. Panther Forte. Yes, yeah. This glass was made by a friend of mine. I love it. I keep it around. It's always not near me as it should be, but used to be anyway. All right. I hope y'all are having a good November month. Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, Gratitude Day is all next week, and it is going to be an interesting one, I feel, because it's at the very end of the month, which is weird for some reason to me. Maybe it's been like that in the past before. I don't know, but it's on the 28th this year. I don't know. I don't remember it being that late ever. But then again, I'm the type of person who sometimes don't pay attention to the day, and shit happens. It might have been even on the 30th at one point while I was alive. I don't know. Shit, it might have been the last day of. Who knows? Things are weird in America and life. Today's episode is part 2 of an episode that was recorded already. I got a lot of feedback from that episode. Gear grinders, to be exact. A lot of feedback. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about some of the things. Y'all laughed. Y'all sent me messages. Y'all spoke to me face to face about it. Y'all loved it. I'm glad y'all loved it. And the wholeheartedness that I put into that episode, especially when it came to the fucking smacking. Lord, I just can't. Smacking is a quick way to get you put in the laundry chute and wrapped up in aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is too loud. Wrapped up and glad wrapped and dropped to the bottom of a ravine. Y'all, this is a video episode, so y'all gonna see me do things that y'all normally can't see me do when it's straight audio. And those who are listening just to the audio, y'all are missing out. Head over to Spotify, watch the video. The video, I don't know if I'm gonna put it on YouTube. If y'all listen to this and y'all see it on YouTube, then y'all know the thoughts of me putting it on YouTube actually did come through. This is Carmex. I always say Carmex. It's not a dealership. Oh, anyway, Gear Grinders Part 2 is today's episode, and I hope you guys love it the same way you loved the first one. I am starting off very cordial, but with the tequila and lemonade, it may veer off into the unhingedness that is the Flow of an Aquarius podcast. Real quick, I gotta state something that happened to me this week. When I tell y'all, I hate being the only one that witnesses bullshit. Why? I feel like people specifically wait for everyone to clear out of a building or whatever is happening wherever area we are vicinity. I believe that one person waits for everyone to clear out before they approach me with some fucking nonsense. I feel like I'm being tested. Am I the only one that when bullshit is happening, I feel like I'm on like a hidden show, like a hidden camera show? Have I been traumatized that much from like hidden camera shows as I was growing up that I just think like when stupid shit happens, I'm part of one of those shows, or when people are saying some off the wall shit, and my face expressions are like, and they don't pick up on it, and they just keep going. It's like, are you tempting me to say something disrespectful because you're very very close? But in the midst of me trying to hold back what I have to say, I start laughing, and my voice pitch get a little high because I'm like, well, what do you mean? And some of y'all know what that means. That means you're trying to not lie about something, or you're trying to hold something back, and you're very close, so your pitch just peaks up a little bit to try to maintain it, but sometimes it just don't work. Now, typically, if I'm in an environment to say what the fuck I want to say, I'm gonna say it. But this specific environment I was in, what's today? This was Thursday. I was not in the area. I was in the mindset, but I wasn't in the area to say what I wanted to say. So this is just a conversation side topic before we get into the episode. I was I was at work. I was at work. And a lot of y'all don't know what I do for work because I keep it secluded. Y'all know what I do for a career, but not really for work. I was at work, and I was basically out of town for work on Thursday, right? And there was someone who came in to have a service done on their vehicle. So the other person is starting to do the service on the vehicle in our little garage area. I am at the counter chilling. I was asked to go to that location just to help out, right? Just to help out. So, cause my position is a senior management position, and I have a large. Never mind. We're gonna just get into okay, what happened. So I'm on the other side of town, right? Pretty much out of town, at the counter, doing some paperwork for something I have to do, right? This lady walks up and she asks me if there's any areas that have breakfast around. And I'm not familiar with this area, right? I'm out of town. I'm not familiar with this area. I don't live on this side of town at all. So I just remember things that I've seen. So I said, yeah, there's a whole plaza. If you leave out and make a right and go down maybe about a mile, then there's a plaza with a Publix, some shops, and there's a lot of restaurants and food places all down there on your right side. I'm pretty sure you'll find something along your liking. And I keep it like that. So she says, okay. Then she goes and approaches the person who is doing the service on her vehicle because they come inside for something. So she goes to them and asks the same question, and they say, oh, well, there's a Panera over there. There's a Dunkin' Donuts and something else over there. And she's like, okay, thank you. And walks off from them and comes back my way and says, I don't eat that kind of stuff. Okay, that's cool. I thank you for letting me know. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer. The rest I don't give a fuck about. That's just me. By the way, this is called the flow of an Aquarius. So these are the thoughts and perspective from an Aquarius point of view. That's me. So I'm like, okay. I don't say anything. I just look at her like, and then she commences to say, I'm on a carnivore diet. Do you know what that is? In my mind, I'm asking myself, why is this person still talking to me? Was that her icebreaker? Was that this lady's icebreaker? Asking if there's a breakfast place around, and is she trying to gauge a conversation? Because I can gauge my way out of this shit. But at the moment, I'm trying to be nice, trying to help her. She's a customer, so I know what a carnivore is. It's a meat eater. Carnivore diet, in my mindset, is a diet where you only eat meat. It just makes sense. It's putting two and two together. I play dumb, as I typically do, because I know the answer to a lot of things, but I'm going to play along, right? Sometimes I will ask questions to see how long someone would lie to me because I already know the answer, or I will engage to see where things are going to go. So I say, no, I don't know what that is. She says, it's where you only eat meat. I eat meat, eggs, and raw butter. That's my diet. I say, you gross as fuck. Oh, I didn't say it out loud, but in my mind, I was like, meat, eggs, and raw butter. That's it. You sound like you sacrifice babies and miniature schnauzers to summon Cthulhu on a cold, windy day in Arizona. Because it don't get cold and windy in Arizona like that. But yeah, it was very undemure. Undemure. However the fuck you say the word. I didn't care. But she kept on going with it. And she said it's a great way to lower your cholesterol, lower your blood pressure if you have high blood pressure, and some other stuff. Now, that I do know to have some truth to it. But she commences to say, or continues to say, it's the best diet I've ever been on. Ever since I've gotten on it, I've gotten less wrinkles. My skin is tighter, and my face is glowing. And as she's saying this, I'm realizing how delulu this woman is. Very delusional. Because number one, for the best diet that you've ever been on is wild. You're instantly going to lack a lot of vitamins and minerals and nutrition just from eating meat, eggs, and raw butter. Your dental hygiene is going to suffer tremendously. Your digestion is going to take a hit tremendously. You, you. It's a lot. It's a lot that I know, and I just didn't say anything. I was like, that's. But then to also say, you have less wrinkles and your skin is glowing, lady, it looks like you are a Sharpay who's laying in a bed of raisins. If you have less wrinkles now, how many wrinkles did you have before? Because and the thing is, this is me. I can't stand how I am sometimes. When she said that shit, I started counting how many wrinkles I saw on her forehead, and I counted a total of 7. I counted seven wrinkles, and I began to wonder if this is where you are now. Where were you before? Because did it? Did you lose half? Was there 14 wrinkles on your forehead and your eyes? I, there were bags, but they were not regular bags. They were the big bags. They were the bags of if you get a 24 roll of tissue or two 24 rolls of tissue and they give you those huge, almost half-gallon bags, maybe like a the bags in her eyes was worth 13 gallons, a kitchen-sized trash can. When I tell you them shits dropped, they had one layer and then the other layer went down to here. Sweetheart, this is the worst diet you ever been on. If this is your skin being tight, you need to take you need to dip your face in vinegar, vinegar and water or something like that. You need to wash your face with only cold water. You need to spray cold water on your face and stand outside for 20 minutes while it's 30 degrees outside. That's what you need to do. You need to halfway freeze yourself. And because remember last episode when I was talking about the Crypt Keeper on Tales from the Crypt? She looked like Tales from the Hell. Nah. Anyway, that was just the beginning of the conversation. She went on to say how pretty much stating her accolades, because she started instantly went from that to saying that scientists has proven this to be the best diet, and there's also disproven that a glass of red wine a day is healthy for you or healthy for your heart. It's actually one of the worst things you could do. And I say, I mean, technically, yeah, wine has sulfates in it, and alcohol in general is not good for you like that. I had to take a sip of mine so y'all know how much of a fuck I give. But I still had to say, like, yeah, obviously, like, we know alcohol is not the best for you at all. But she says, I'm like, when I said the sulfates part, she's like, yeah, it's not about the sulfates. Sulfates don't matter. Hold on, because sulfates do matter. I love wine, right? Sulfates do matter because it affects your kidneys. Anything and shit, but I didn't say that. She was like, the wine just messes with your brain. That's what it does. It messes with your brain a lot. As someone who has dealt with nutrition for over 10 years, anything you put into your body affects your body. Anything you put in affects out. You put whatever in, is going to affect your body, it's going to affect your pores, it's going to affect your skin, it may give you acne, it's going to affect your hair growth, it's going to do a lot of stuff. So hell, and honestly, I think that all meat diet was affecting her brain, because what the hell? Like you go. Anyway, I just let her say what she's going to say, because at this point in time, I started getting tired of the conversation. So but she said something, and I can't remember what it was because I took it out of my mind. So that way I stopped getting upset. But whatever she said made me start stating my accolades and my accomplishments, and not in a one-up fashion. But she pretty much called me. She didn't call me, but she was inferring that I was undereducated. So how she was saying things was very condescending. And when I stated the sulfates and something else, she was like, yeah, that's not what it is. And I said, well, I studied chemistry and biomedical science in college, when I was beginning to get into my studies on the side for anesthesiology. I've been a personal trainer for over 10 years, and I work with nutrition as well. I did this, blah, blah, blah. I said, so when it comes to anything food related or the human body, I have a great extensive variation of knowledge on it, a variety of knowledge on it. And then she was like, I'm a physical therapist. And I was an athlete in the 90s. So I know what I'm talking about. You can try to one up me though. And I was like, I literally said, I'm not trying to one up you. I'm just letting you know that I know my stuff, so you don't have to continue to explain to me what things are. And I've never wanted to German suplex and put somebody in an ankle lock so bad in my life. Lord, lady was I think she was on something. That conversation went from her trying to convert me to something I grew up as, and she was like, do you have Jesus? And the smile that I'm doing, those who are just listening cannot see it. Those who are on the video, y'all can see it. You know how those people who are like that, when they say something and they smile at you, like that, as if they're condescending and saying that they're superior, their intelligence is superior to yours. I shit you not. Are you a Christian? Is your family Christians? Are you saved? Does Jesus know you? He's the only way. He is the only way. If you don't know him, you're condemned. I fear for you. Oh, my heart hurts so much for you. Are you a parent? That's how that conversation went. And everything I just said is everything that came out of her fucking mouth. I wanted to flip the whole damn desk on her. I was like, hey, y'all, This woman is weird. She tried to sell me a patch to go on the back of my neck. I told her I wasn't gonna use that. Don't even bother getting it out of your bag. And she's like, well, why not? I'm very protective over me, and I don't know you. How Bobby said on King of the Hill, that's my purse. I don't know you. Unhand my energy, ma'am. Skedaddle out of here. Jesus. As soon as somebody else walked in, I was like, hey, can I help y'all? Y'all need help outside? I got y'all. I did not. Nah. That was my Thursday. That is a welcoming to a new pet peeve of mine. People who are like that. Just like that. That's a whole category in its own. Like that. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like that. Just every bit of no. Every bit of no. If that shit made me feel like I was in Get Out, that's what that made me feel like. But you know what? It makes sense because she called her husband to pick her up because she had to drop the vehicle off for the service. And I don't think her husband wanted to pick her ass up. He probably was like, I'm tired of this shit. I dropped her ass off. I got 30 minutes, at least an hour to not deal with her. I'm going to enjoy every aspect of it. Because at one point in time, he said he was 5 minutes down the road. And then she called back a little bit after. And he was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it. It's taking a little longer. She's like, I thought you was 5 minutes. He said, yeah, I could hear it on the other end. He was happy as hell to not have to be with her at that moment. He knows. Ooh, he just trying to save some money. I feel you, fam. I feel you. You just trying to save some money. You don't have to pay no alimony. We're looking for that divorce. Oof. You got a cult leader in your hands, though, sir. Back to this, the topic. Goddamn gear grinders. Let me look up on my phone what some of them are today. That lady there, I can't even remember her name, and that's good. Whew. And I'm glad I was the only. Now that I think about it, I'm glad I was the only one because if somebody who really knew was listening to this episode, they would probably laugh their ass off and know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad they're not here. Okay. Me. Episode 10. Gear Grinders Part 2. The first gear grinder. Wet socks. Getting rained on while being stuck in wet clothes. Both of those. I hate them both. First of all, wet socks is just about on the same level as smacking to me. Maybe not to everybody else. A lot of people don't like wet socks. A lot of people don't like smacking. But to me, having wet socks is, oh my God, I can't stand it. I'm thinking about it right now. It's making me cringe. Having wet socks instantly sends me into a rage. Smacking will make me say, hey, you know how to chew with your mouth closed? Or it will make me just leave silently. Wet socks will send me into a verbal frenzy. It'll be one of those God damn it. Fucking, I got wet socks. And everybody be like, oh man, I hate that. I'm like, really? You hate it too? Or your socks wet? No, then shut the fuck up. You don't understand what it feels like right now. Matter of fact, let me show you. Take your shoe off. Step right next to me. I hate it. I don't care if the water is cold. I don't care if the water is wet. And when I'm wearing shoes that have like the breathable mesh at the top, and the forecast says, oh, it's only an 8% chance of rain. It's not really going to rain at all. It's just the humidity in the air, so on and so forth. And at some random point, clouds are being made, thunderstorms begin to form, and that 8% turns into 88% in 3 hours. And my socks get wet. You saw that? Y'all on the camera, y'all saw that? My socks get wet. Y'all saw that face expression? That's how you know I'm serious. I will burn shit to the ground. Because not only are my socks wet, No. Not only are my socks wet, the inside of my shoes are now wet, which means that slish slosh shit, that sound, that slish slosh sound, is happening as as well as now my clothes are wet. I don't have a change of clothes. I haven't been sick I haven't been sick in so long, maybe like 14 years, something like that, like actual cold for a reason. I avoid shit like that. But having it to where I'm in a situation to where I can avoid it, y'all, my mind goes first of all, my mind goes like 1,000 million thoughts per second. As I'm recording this episode, I'm thinking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with this episode right now. I'm staying focused on it though. Like, yeah. But when I'm in that situation, wet clothes, wet shoes, wet socks, so much screams in my head. So many voices. And just that one voice, don't do it. Just don't do it. Just that one voice is the savior for so much, because everything I will rip brick wall out with my bare hands at that moment. I will ooh, I hate it. I don't even want to talk about it. What's the next one? It's getting me to that point. It's making me feel like I don't. Nope. Okay. Next one. Okay. People who don't cover their mouth when they cough. This has one exemption, and I don't know why it has one exemption. There's only one person I don't apply it to as much, because when it happens, it's always funny the way it happens. And it's never really a sick cough. It's a cough of, some of y'all will get this. It's a cough when you pull too hard and you hold it as long as you can, and you cough before you can exhale. If y'all catch on to what I'm saying, it's that kind of cough. And then afterwards, you're coughing for like 20 minutes. Like it's you think you're good, water ain't helping, you're just still coughing. This person does it, and I'm always around them, or when I'm always around, they do it, right. But it's the principle, or not the principle, it's the matter that makes it funny, is they always cough in my direction, and it's not intentional. It's not intentional. It's just a quick, I'm always on their right side, and they always turn to the right. And I'm just like, damn. But it's not in my face. It's never in my face. It's always at a distance. But we both are now laughing every time it happens, because like, I'm so sorry. It's just always directly at you. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I made a joke and I was like, I feel like even if we're at our respectable homes and you are coughing, you'll just stand outside and cough, and I'll just receive the fucking moisture from it. it's it's funny. It's actually pretty funny. It's not, if it was like one of those sick laryngitis, goddamn mucinex provoking coughs, then that'd be different. But this is one of those, damn, you just always right there, and I'm like, damn, you just always turning this way kind of things. But to others who it's not funny for, cover your fucking mouth, okay? Protect us all, and just cover your mouth, because that's gross. I mean, they cover their mouth too. It's just one of those. You ever cough and you don't sense the cough coming? That's what it seems like for them. But to people who are sick, and you just and you stick your tongue out like a damn 4-year-old child, that's, first of all, cover your breath. Cover your breath, cover your mouth, plug your ears up. That's disgusting. You're spreading your bacteria into the air, and you're getting the air sick. Who wants sick air? Nobody wants sick air. Sick air don't do anything good for anybody. Sick air can't even air itself from unsickness. With Lysol is the only thing that can cure sick air. And everybody ain't got Lysol right now. God damn it! Didn't COVID teach y'all anything? Okay. This, this is one thing that really gets me. I can't stand this shit. People who aren't aware that not everyone smokes cigarettes. People who are not aware that everyone does not smoke cigarettes. What I mean is, someone has a conversation with you. It's a casual conversation. You're catching up, whatever it is. Could be somebody you don't know. Y'all have a common bond into a conversation, and they pull out a cigarette and light it in front of you and start smoking. And they don't turn their head when they blow it, or they don't ask you if you mind. They don't step away. They don't say, excuse me. They don't do nothing. They just light it and start blowing, smoke in your face, smoke around you. Now you have an aura of smoke. You are now a smoke super saiyan. I hate it. That shit stank. That shit stank. Cigarettes burn my nostrils. The smoke made me feel like I can't breathe. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't do cigarettes. I don't do cigarettes. Smoke at all. Mm-mm. The smell is unhinged. Very much unhinged. But it's a different version of unhinged. It's not the unhinged of this podcast. It is unhinged in the fact of, why do we keep endorsing these? Y'all know what it's doing to y'all, but y'all still just wanna, y'all really just still wanna do the cigarettes, Nah, I'm good on that. And I put that on there because that day, when I added that to the list, I had somebody do that shit to me, and I backed up from them, and they was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't think about the smell or anything like that. The smoke. I'm so sorry." I said, "It's okay. I just don't like it. It makes my nostrils burn." They was like, "Oh, that's understandable." I thought they was gonna either like put it out and save it for later, or walk away, or allow me to walk away easily. They just blew the smoke in the other way. You still holding it. It's still vaporing up. Smoke is still coming up. Still the wind's blowing. We're outside. Still coming towards me. All that stuff. Just because you blow it another way don't mean that I still can't smell it. Doesn't mean that it's still not a thing. So I just like, hey, I'm a just hit me up later, because I can't do it. Just hit me up later. But I don't want you to stop doing what makes you comfortable and what you want to do. But I can't do it. So just hit me up later. Yeah, that kind of thing. That shit stink. Just to wear. It gets into your clothes. It gets into your eyelashes, your eyebrows, your chin hair. If you don't have chin hair, it still gets into your chin hair follicles. If you don't have a beard, it gets into your chin. You ever smelled someone's chin and it smelled like cigarette smoke? It's because they was around someone who smoked cigarettes. It's like, damn, hair holds scent, but you ain't got none. That shit in your pores, your chin pores. Brings a new definition to not by the hair on my chin, don't it? Not by the toxins on me. Anyway, next topic. I think I stated this earlier. People who lie, but their lie don't make sense, so they get mad. Now, what I mean by this, when someone is lying to you and you pick up on that lie and you're like, wait a minute, but how is this that way if X, Y, Z don't equal J? And then they try to like, well, no, that's not what I'm saying. And like, okay, so what are you saying? And then they figure out they can't explain it because they're trying to cover up something. But then they start getting mad, and then that mad turns into gaslighting you. By the way, I just found out what gaslighting meant like a few months ago. Increase that intelligence, but that shit, I can't. Those people I cut from me. Aquarius standard. Those people I cut from me, because I have principles. The principles I have, and it's not a whole slew of drawn out, laid out, unroll the scroll type principles. Don't lie to me, because you don't have to. You don't need to. It's very easy to talk and communicate with me, especially we're at a certain level. Just tell me the truth. I will not get mad. I may ask for clarity, but I'm going to ask for it gently. And if I feel myself getting upset, I have enough emotional intelligence to my face that gets heated up and how hot I may feel myself getting. I will take a deep breath, exhale, do it maybe 2 or 3 times, calm myself down, and ask for clarity through other questions. Just for my own clarity, right? Cool. So don't lie to me. Be honest. That's it. Honesty. I have trust issues. So do not put yourself in a position to where I can't trust you. That's what lying is. Don't, like, boom, just right off the bat. If you don't give me a reason to not trust you, then cool. Cool. I don't want to always be in people's business. So there are some things I pick up on easily, but it's the understanding that I have. Okay, cool. They are a private person. I'm a private person. I get it. I get it. Cool. Could be just some type of response to past things, whatever. I became a a private person because of past traumatic experiences and the way people are and how they can backstab you and all that stuff like that. So I get it. I get it. And loyalty. Let me be myself and loyalty. Loyalty goes a long way. If you are disloyal to me and I've done nothing to you, even if I have done something to you, if I've done something to you and you want to be disloyal to me, cut me the fuck off. All right? Just let me go. Let me go. If you're disloyal to me and I know about it, as I said earlier, I'm going to ask questions to make you realize that I may be on to you or I know, and I just want to see how long you're just going to go with it. And after we've had all of that stuff like that, I may not even let you know that I still know. I may just disappear. That's it. It'll be your own doing. Because I am so genuine in a lot of things I do. I think so far ahead that I aim to not put myself in positions to where I'm disloyal to somebody, I'm lying to them, or anything like that. I pick up and think about someone else's energy and how what I have said or may say will affect them before I say it. That's just me, because I am a caring person depending on who it is. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck. I just don't. I don't sugarcoat things. I'd rather just not say anything at all versus sugarcoat something. So I'm very in tune with that. But letting me be who I am as well is very essential to me. Those are the 3 principles: loyalty, honesty, and letting me be who I am. If you try to put me in a box, judge me, anything like that, and or control me, you will never be a part of anything I have going on with myself again. Wholeheartedly mean that. Whew. So when people are lying and their lie is bullshit, and you kind of ask questions and they realize it's bullshit and they start getting mad, yeah. I know I've said some things in the past to some people that may have seemed like bullshit, and I'm like, I promise on my soul, this is exactly how it happened. I'm aware it sounds like bullshit, but I can prove to you as best as I can that it is not. And I aim to let you know that, hey, I am being honest with you. I'm not being disloyal to you. This is what it is. And I'm putting it right there and I'm showing you. And I even let them know, like, hey, you can even do this on your end and see as well. You get different results, or you get such and such, blah, blah, blah. But you can see how random the situation is, so that way you know what I'm saying is not complete bullshit. Even though I know it sounds like that, I can provide proof, right? The people who I'm talking about, when their lie don't make sense and they can't provide proof, or they don't even have the intention to, and they get mad, oh yeah, get the fuck out of my face, please. Go trip on an entire ferret, and I don't know, just I swear, the things that I hold back from saying, like I said, my mind goes 1,000 miles a minute. So when I'm trying to think of something to say, I always get that one diabolical thing to say, and I stay away from it because I know if I edit it in here, somebody's gonna try to cancel the fuck out of me. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Putting cases on all you bitches. All right, so the next one. People who get mad when you don't get mad. Ooh, let me take a sip for this one. I have a story for this one. I have a funny story for this one. Hold on. For those who are listening to this, you won't see me take a sip, but for those who are seeing this, will see me, see you, see me take a sip. Ooh, that's good. That is good. That's good tequila. Good tequila. Ooh, okay. So, the story I have of someone who gets mad when you don't get mad. This takes place back in 2020. Yeah, 2020. Towards the, or 2021. I can't remember. I think it was 2021. But I was, no, 2020. This was 2020. I was involved with somebody, right? We were having conversations in regards to just things, situations that we've been in, how we reacted to them, and so on and so forth, versus how we are now. And she said, well, one thing that I can't stand that happened with my ex was, and she described the situation, but she was like how they, something happened between them or with them, and it made her mad. And she was like, he wasn't mad. Like, he didn't get mad, and that made me mad. And I was like, how is him not getting mad, him being a calmer person in the situation, how did that make you mad? She said, because I feel like if I'm mad, then my significant other should be mad. I said, but if you were mad at him about something, who is he to get mad at, himself? She's like, yeah. I said, that don't make sense, because if someone is unaware of something, then how can they, and it did not even matter. Me trying to build the logic or understand the logic did not even matter to them. It just didn't make sense to me, because if someone, first of all, I believe you need someone rational in a time of rage or anger. If it's two or more people and one person is outlandishly upset, disappointed, mad, whatever it is, one person at least needs to have some kind of calm nerves or understanding nerves to balance out the situation. It's about balance. Somebody's on 10, the other person needs to be down here to rationalize and eventually bring it back to the middle. I am the type of person who, if there's a problem, we understand the problem. Both of us understand what the fuck the problem is. Let's not focus on the problem anymore. Let's focus on the solution. How can we solve and fix this? That's how I am. I would take accountability for whatever it is that I've done. Shit, I will sometimes, and depending on what it is, take accountability for the situation as a whole, even if I didn't do anything wrong for say, but I am aware of my actions. If I acted a little bit out, maybe in defensiveness, maybe because something rubbed me the wrong way, I'll take accountability for it in order to balance, because I understand things, right? I understand that some people will beat themselves up and affect their mental health in a negative way because of their own self-realization. And if I care about that person for real, then I'm going to attempt as best as I can to let them know, hey, it's okay. I'm not even mad anymore. I'm not disappointed anymore. I wasn't disrespectful. I felt some type of way, but I'm okay now. I'm okay. Let's just move forward. And if they're like, no, because I did this and I did that, not me, but them, and they're beating themselves up for it, okay, I get it. You're taking accountability for it. I get it. I understand. I appreciate you for taking accountability for your actions, but how about we both take accountability and agree that we both were not our best selves and we make mistakes. It was a heated moment. It was a very opinionated, passionate moment. It was a very moment to where we were just in the heat of the moment, regardless of what it was. We were not displaying our best selves. Can we agree on that? And say, yeah, we wasn't, okay, cool. So we agree upon that, and I'm constantly still finding ways to come to terms or have this person come to terms to where it's a balance, and we are at a happy medium to move forward. But the way this girl was talking about, oh no, anytime I'm mad, my man better be mad, or my significant other better be mad, because if he not, then I'm gonna go off on him for not being mad, because he's supposed to know, like, he see me, I'm upset, why he ain't upset, why he ain't trying to fix the problem. I told her, I said, well, if he's mad, he's not focused on fixing the problem in a positive way. At that, it makes no sense. It makes no sense, but she didn't understand it, and that is fine, because a lot of shit she didn't understand, and I am glad to be away from that person. Ooh, but just things like that. I don't. That's some things I still don't understand that shit. That shit happened like 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, and that conversation still haunts me to today. If you're mad and someone is not mad, you get mad that they're not mad. You get madder that they're not mad. And you lash out on them. If you don't fold yourself up on the inside of a recliner sofa and go to sleep, cause the fuck, move away from people. Like, just go dig a hole and bury your ankles in there and just stay there for 3 seasonal changes and think about what you just said and done. Please. Next. Embarrassing. Oh, this shit. This is a personal pet peeve. Oh, this is a personal pet peeve. Embarrassing myself. When y'all embarrass yourself, or when y'all get embarrassed, do y'all begin to, like, do your body get hot? And, like, you kind of, like, low key start, like, sweating a little bit, like you, ooh, like, ooh, like, do y'all get like that at all? Yeah, no. If y'all do, then y'all understand. If y'all don't, and y'all just like, I embarrass myself, fuck it. Nah, I can't. It's not so much that I care about what people think of me. So it's the fact of, I hold myself at a certain standard. I do. I certainly do. I'm a man who has I am a man who has a type of business about himself, right? I hold myself to a certain standard, and sometimes even higher, depending on where I'm stepping into, what I'm doing. I hold myself at very high standards because I know at any point in time I can rise to whatever occasion, and that's on me, right? So when I embarrass myself or I'm fucking something up for the first time, oh, the way I handle it is I go into a whole entire laugh riot. I have to laugh at myself, and the whole time I'm just like, what the fuck? What just happened? What just happened? Who saw it? Everybody saw it. Fuck. I need to make an exit. I need to leave. I need to leave. I need to go. Where's the bathroom at? I need to go. I gotta bail. I gotta bail. I gotta come back later. And if I don't come back later, I'm just not coming back again. I be wanting to absorb myself into the ground and evaporate. I be wanting to just dwindle down. Oh, just forget I was here. I'll be wishing I had one of those, what do they call the Men in Black zappers? When they had a Men in Black, where they're looking to here and the flasher things. If I had one of those, Lord, if I had one of those for real, I would have gotten out of so many situations in my life. Oh shit. I've been on stage before performing, um, or no, not performing, because I play that shit off. I keep going. But I've been in practice before, and it's been like an open practice for something, an open rehearsal, and a lot of people are there, and I fucking slip or something, crazy happens, and I need to make y'all forget real quick. Make y'all forget. Hold on, everybody, look here. Just get rid of it all. Just get rid of it all. I need that in my life. I need to be graced with that because it hits a point to where I don't forget about it. I try and I try to forget about it, but I don't forget about it. I'm not telling no stories about any of that. I'm not gonna give y'all that satisfaction because some of y'all be bringing shit back up. I'm not gonna give y'all that satisfaction to know about any time I embarrass myself. I may do it on here. If y'all hear me embarrass myself on here, that's different. But no, no, you will not. You will not. You will not. You will not. So here's another pet peeve and gear grinder I have. People who lack a sense of urgency as they block you from progress. This can be put so simple as you're driving on the road and you're in the right lane and someone has their turn signal on and they're getting ready to pull into a wide turning area of a shopping plaza or shopping area, whatever it is, and they slow down to a complete stop and turn at a single mile per hour. And you might have somewhere to be. I understand being safe, but motherfucker, turn, get out the way. Things like that. People who are, if you're in a store and you're trying to get past an aisle or walk through an aisle and someone has their cart and themselves in the middle of that, not on one side, not on either side, but right in the middle of it, and it's kind of angled as if they're blocking shit and they don't work there, and you're trying to move through with your cart or you're just trying to move through in general, and you're like, who the fuck? Like that, and they are not aware of, they think they own the aisle, pretty much. They're not aware that other people can come down this aisle. They're not, like that, it grinds my gears. It bothers me so much. People who are just in the way. That's what I mean. People who just be in the way. They're not aware that other people exist. They just be in the damn way. You go out into the public world and think whatever the fuck you're doing is yours, and it's not. Entitlement, I don't know if that's what it is, but I'm going to contribute that to that. And I just don't understand it. Because what if someone calls you out about it, or they move your shit, or they move you to the side? What if they move you to the side? How would that feel? What if you're one of those type of people and somebody literally picks your ass up and move you to the side? How would that feel? Would you feel violated? I hope so. Because you're violating my thoughts of being one of those people to move somebody else to the side. People who are not self-aware. I think I told this story before about how someone was at another store or who was at the wrong location and was spending 45 minutes there. And whole 45 minutes, they were on the phone, and while they was on the phone, they was telling somebody they was at a whole different location. And I said, sir, you are not where you think you are. You meant to go to Home Depot? Sir, you are in Lowe's. You have spent 45 minutes in Lowe's. Oh, damn, really? Whole different color scheme. There is no Home Depot within 6 miles of where you are. You got your ass out of bed, got into your funky ass vehicle, drove down to Home Depot, walked into Home Depot, drove into Lowe's, walked into Lowe's, spent 45 minutes inside of Lowe's, all for someone to tell you that you are not in Home Depot like you thought you was. The color scheme is even different. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know how many signs in Lowe's that say Lowe's? Reading is fundamental. Reading, one track mindedness. I get it. Some people have those things where they just zone out. I get it. I dissociate a lot. But I don't think there's a proper excuse for that. I just don't think there is. I don't think from all that time that has been taken to do all that, I don't think there's a proper explanation that you can say to make it seem like, oh, that's okay. No. Pay attention. Pay more attention. Okay. Got 2 more. And then I got to end it because we are just about an hour in already. People who act like they can't smell that they smell bad. As someone who works out, participates in gym activities, lifting of thy weights, curling of thy bars, pulling of thy pull downs, strengthening of thy back muscles. People approach me from time to time, compliment my physique, ask me workouts they should do, that is fine. I have no problem giving that advice or suggestions. No problem. As long as I'm not in the middle of a fucking set, then we have an issue. But please don't ever come up to me to have a conversation with me and you smell like a pool of liver or a fountain of onion juice. How about that? A fountain of onion juice. Please don't. Because here's the thing, and I know it's a fact. You can smell yourself before anyone else can. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You can smell you before someone else can smell you. Your body just has a way of saying, hey, this is what I smell like. Maybe we should take care of this shit. And you may not be self-awareness. There you go. Self-awareness and hygiene. There you go. But in the gym, even though it's not it's understandable. It's more understandable in a gym or in an athletic environment versus it taking place on a regular day in a store early in the morning, right after, actually not even after, before breakfast time. You got your stank ass up here talking to me out of every person that you could possibly be talking to. Me? Why me? Sir and or Madam Beast, you smell like a field of hungry beavers and anxiety and stress and sweat. You smell like a teenager. You smell like a bad teenager. You are a grown ass person. Why do you smell like an adolescent? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Douse yourself in fumes of righteousness. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I get, sometimes there may be a reason as to why you can't wear certain deodorants or why you may not be able to wear deodorant at all. You may have burns under your arms, chemical. I went through that before. I've had chemical burns under my armpits from wearing a certain type of deodorant. My body did not agree with it. My skin started peeling under my arms. Underarm hair was like falling out. I was like 17. Underarm hair started like falling out. Like the deodorant fucked me up. It really messed me up. It was Axe deodorant. It messed me up. Whatever it was, that shit tore me up. But funny thing is, I still did not smell bad, even though I couldn't wear deodorant. I ran track and cross country at this time. But I have first of all, I love hygiene, good hygiene. I'm an advocate of good hygiene. So even though I couldn't wear deodorant for the time being until my armpits healed and I changed my deodorant over, I took baby powder back then and baby powder and wipes. And I would keep wipes in my bag and a little bit of baby powder in a Ziploc bag. And what I would do is anytime I feel myself like getting hot or sweaty, I would take a baby wipe or whatever wipes it was and it's kind of like that up under my arms. And I would sometimes go to the bathroom with my bag for school and do this. Or I would just, if it was between classes, I would sometimes do it. It just depended on how I felt. I would do it before track practice too. And just kind of wipe under my arms. And then I would be like, do one of these to kind of get the wind under there, to dry a little bit, and that would be good. If I was getting ready to go to practice, I would take a little bit of powder in my hand, rub it, let it fall down, whatever, and then pat up under my arms. So that way it dried the moisture up. And then I would take one of the wipes and wipe around so that way it didn't get all up on my arms, on top of my arms and stuff like that. And then I was good. I was straight, but I knew my body. I knew how to take care of myself. Some people, I still wonder. I am wondering about the carelessness that some of y'all have, not y'all, but some people have for their own well-being as far as their bodies go, hygiene-wise, but then have the audacity to go and chase people for sex and intimate moments. Take care of yourself first Because what you're setting yourself up for is embarrassment. You're going to be talked about, first of all. You're going to be talked about, and you're going to be disrespected. And even if that person is whatever, that y'all work something out, like, you run the risk of giving, like, I don't even want, take care of your shit, stank asses. Last one. I'm finna call myself out about this. I'm finna call myself out. People who take too long to finish a part of a story, so when I go to reply to the last thing said, they talk over me because they were not done. Actually, I only call myself out for that first part. Take it too long to finish a story sometimes. I like to give detail. I'm a writer. That's what I do. But this part, people who talk so slow that when it comes time to tell a story, they tell the story to someone, and when the other person thinks they're done talking, they go to interject. And they think the other person is being rude because they weren't done talking. Everything I just did just then bothered the fuck out of me. Oh, it irritated me as I did it. But that's what I mean. People who talk like that. People who tell a story and they get to a certain part and they pause and you think they're done. So you go to agree or you go to be like, man, that's crazy. But and then they continue with their story and you're like, and as you're talking, they're still talking. And then you stop and they're still talking. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. I can't. Oh, I can't stand that. Because speed the fuck up. Speed up, please. Get this shit on the roll. Let's boom. Hurry up. I got shit to do. Because after that shit happens twice, I still know what I want to say, but I'm over it. I'm not gonna say anything. Now I'm just waiting for you to finish so I can leave. Because I'm trying as hard as I can not to just walk away while you're talking. That is what I'm trying not to do. Oh my goodness, that shit happens so often. Y'all, it happens so often. But it happens so often when I'm in conversations with this one person. Somebody that is a part of the regional area I work in. It always happens with them. And I'm just like, oh my God, why do I even speak to you? Why do I hold myself in these conversations? I hope someone commandeers your voice so that way you can't speak, you can only listen. They just, I can't stand it. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know, y'all been through it. How do y'all handle the situation? Do y'all keep talking? Do y'all try to like talk louder than the person? Did the other person try to talk louder than y'all? Like, do y'all just walk away? Cause I be so close. Like, how do y'all handle that? I'm gonna leave that open ended. I want some responses on that one. I want to see comments on how y'all handle those situations, because I feel like I'm compromising myself by how I handle it. And I don't want to get to that point to where I just flip shit up and then I'm like, you shut up. You talk too slow and too much. It's my turn. You listen, less talky. So how do y'all handle it? Let me know. We're going to end this episode. We are an hour and 3 minutes in. So we are going to end it here. Also, please let me know where y'all are tuning in from. Where are y'all listening from when it comes to hearing the vocals of the flow of an Aquarius? Are y'all on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Audible? Where? Are y'all catching some of the promotions for the next episodes, or just from episode promotions on social media? Is someone putting y'all on a link, something like that? Like, how do y'all find out about this? How? Because me putting it out there, I kind of slowed down on it for a reason. I want to see how many people pick up on it without me saying too much. But the promotions I'm going to start back doing, and I'm going to amp it up. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Let me know what some of your gear grinders are. Let me know. I'm down to listen to it. I will respond in the next episode to some of the posts and comments that I get. I will. I'm not afraid to do it. I will. Until then, until next episode, I will see you. Panther Forte, out.